Oops, looks like I just gave you more work.
That's what cleaners are paid for.
Every single day, students walked past the old school janitor without even looking at him. Some ignored him, some laughed at him, others believed he had achieved nothing in life. But none of them knew the quiet old man cleaning their classrooms was hiding a secret that would leave the entire school speechless. His name was Mr. Samuel. For more than 15 years, he worked as the janitor at Green Valley High School. Before the sun rose each morning, he was already sweeping the hallways, cleaning classrooms, wiping windows, and making sure every student arrived at a clean school. Most people never thanked him. Many didn't even know his name. To them, he was simply the janitor. A group of wealthy students enjoyed making fun of him. Sometimes they dropped food wrappers on the floor immediately after he finished cleaning. Sometimes they spilled drinks just to watch him clean them again. One afternoon, a student laughed and said, "Imagine spending your whole life holding a broom." The others burst into laughter. Mr. Samuel looked at them, smiled gently, then quietly continued working. He never argued, he never complained, he never raised his voice. Watching from a distance, Daniel felt uncomfortable. Daniel was different. He came from a poor family. His father had died years ago. His mother worked long hours to pay his school fees. Life had taught Daniel something many people never learned. Respect costs nothing. The next morning, as Daniel walked into school, he smiled. "Good morning, Mr. Samuel." The old man looked up. His tired face became brighter. "Good morning, Daniel." From that day forward, Daniel greeted him every morning. Sometimes they spoke for only seconds. Sometimes they talked while Mr. Samuel swept the hallway. Daniel noticed something strange. Mr. Samuel never spoke like an ordinary janitor. Whenever Daniel asked for advice, his answers sounded like lessons from someone who had lived an extraordinary life. One afternoon, Daniel asked, "Sir, how do successful people become successful?" Mr. Samuel smiled, then replied, "Most people want the building. They don't want to lay the first brick." Daniel frowned. "I don't understand." Mr. Samuel picked up a single brick lying beside a construction project near the school. He placed it carefully on the ground. Then he looked at Daniel. "Every skyscraper begins with one brick. People celebrate the finished building, but nobody applauds the first worker who started it." Daniel remained silent. Those words stayed in his mind. Days turned into weeks. Daniel started visiting Mr. Samuel after school. They spoke about discipline, patience, dreams, failure, hard work. Every conversation made Daniel think differently. His grades improved. His confidence grew. His teachers noticed the change. Even his mother noticed. One rainy afternoon, Daniel stayed behind after school. The library was almost empty. As he quietly walked between the bookcases, he noticed someone sitting alone near the window. It was Mr. Samuel, but something was different. He wasn't reading a novel. He wasn't reading a newspaper. Spread across the table were large architectural blueprints, complex building designs, engineering drawings, detailed construction plans. Daniel stopped walking. His heart raced. He whispered, "Why would a school janitor be studying blueprints?" Before Daniel could move, Mr. Samuel slowly looked up. Their eyes met. For a brief moment, neither of them spoke. Then Mr. Samuel folded the blueprints, smiled, and said, "Daniel, come and sit down." Daniel slowly walked toward the table. He looked again at the drawings, then asked quietly, "Sir, who are you?" Mr. Samuel looked out through the rainy window. A gentle smile appeared on his face. Then he said, That's a very long story, and if you're willing to listen, I'll tell you tomorrow." Daniel stared at him in complete disbelief. He had no idea that the truth about Mr. Samuel would change everything he believed about success. To be continued.